You're picturing tomorrow's meeting, not planning what you'll say, picturing how they'll react before they've reacted to anything. You've run the scene 3 times, and it hasn't happened once. You call this being careful, being prepared, thinking ahead. It's none of those. There's a name for what your brain is actually doing, and it isn't foresight. Your brain is running a threat simulation, living through the bad version now, so it won't be a surprise later, if it even happens. That's not preparation. Preparation ends with a plan. This just ends with the same scene, replayed. It doesn't feel like rehearsal while it's happening, because the meeting is real, even if nothing has been said yet. The brain borrows the realness of the event and attaches it to a version of it that hasn't occurred. Real preparation leaves you with something to do next, something to bring, something to ask, a line ready if it goes a specific way. This leaves you with nothing, just the same imagined reaction on repeat with no next step attached. This gets worse the further away the outcome is, and the less you actually know about it yet. The bigger the gap in real information, the more your brain fills it with an imagined version instead of waiting. Picture the version of this you already know. A review is coming up next week. It hasn't been scheduled yet. You've already imagined the exact sentence they'll use to criticize you, a sentence nobody has said, about a meeting that hasn't happened. If the review goes badly, rehearsing it first doesn't make it hurt less. And if it goes fine, which it usually does, you've still spent a week living through a version of it that never happened at all. None of that ever shows up on the actual day. Someone you know is dreading that same kind of review. For a week, the bad version plays on a loop every time there's a quiet moment. Another person with the same review coming up barely thinks about it until the day arrives, hears what's actually said, and reacts to that instead. Same review. One of them lived through it twice. The fix isn't stop worrying. It's a rule. If nothing new and real has happened since the last time you thought about it, it's not information, it's rehearsal. And rehearsal gets closed until there's something real to respond to. The pull to imagine it again doesn't go away the first time you try this. That's not a sign it's not working. Noticing this hasn't happened yet, and closing the scene anyway, is the actual skill. You're not preparing. You're rehearsing something that isn't real yet. Once you can see that, the version in your head loses its grip, because you're not reacting to a future event anymore. You're just replaying one that hasn't arrived. So what's the future thing you've been rehearsing that hasn't happened yet? Comment what it is. It's probably not real information. It's probably just a rerun.